हेलो। हेलो। संकेत।
Hmm. Hello.
Bro, the meeting got over, and do they have any other Zoom link, or this is the only link? Any idea about it? Because I don't see any message around the group as well.
अरे नहीं नहीं मालूम मुझे भी, मैं भी वही चेक कर रहा हूँ।
अच्छा, अगर इनकेस कुछ मालूम पड़े तो बताना।
हाँ।
Hello. Has anyone communicated to the office or something? Like, do we have the lecture or no? Hi, Sonali. Do you have any idea like where is it communicated or something? Because I think it's not there in the group.
In the chat box.
Yeah, it's just that you have written. I can't see any message from the institute or so. So I thought, from where did you get to know?
अभी सर ने जाते जाते बोला है कि let's connect at 11 a.m.
Okay, okay, no issues. Thank you so much.
So let's do that by hello. Okay. So I think now everyone can hear. So, but see, this is the problem. So we can do one thing now. We can take out this and we can plug it here. Hello. So let them, whenever they are speaking, it will come, right? Hello. Okay. You have to mute at that. So speaking, yeah. So no problem when they will speak. No, we'll identify this in the meantime. While you are not speaking, then you have to mute from that. So we'll start at 11. Okay. So online students, maybe Sonali, Tanu, and Anupam. Can you hear me, Sonali?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So I'm really sorry for the inconvenience.
No issue, sir.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, temperature. Yeah, please take this. But I think it's working fine. Yeah.
It's getting cold.
Oh. So increasing means we have to decrease. Okay. So see the logic. So because we believe that because we are feeling hot or something like this, so we want to increase the temperature. So see, this is the common understanding. So in the context of AC, when you are increasing the temperature, it means actually you are decreasing. And that's okay. So this is something we need to learn, right? So the context is very important. The context is very important. So maybe when your dad slaps you, it's fine. But when a teacher slaps you, he goes. Both have slapped. So the context is entirely different. And hence, and we will be discussing this also in the class, context is very, very important. Very important. So when tomorrow someone comes to you and say, she was saying something like this about you. So rather than judging that person, try to understand the context. Right? Okay. Guys, like for this particular class, because we knew that we have good number of students. So there was a lot of preparation, a lot of passion. Okay, we have to go in time. This is the first class, this, that. And by the time when you were here, everything went for a toss. So in spite of taking all the precautions, all that, having that preparedness, we could not create that impact that actually we wanted to create. So this is how life is. Okay, so we'll start with the same concept, and we'll explain you that how you can overcome such kind of situations. Okay, so any question if you have, you can ask me. I said that I have always believed that this is more of like, so this is more of this what to say, customized learning process, right? So until unless you are not vocal, until unless you are not bringing your points, it will be really very difficult for the trainer to give you the suggestions or the advices that you really need. Why you go for a tuition? Have you ever been to any tuition classes? Why? To get that customized learning. You always knew that you cannot ask 10 times in the class. But maybe with the tutor, you can always ask, sir, please explain me, please explain me, please explain. So it was a more of a personalized education. And then in that process, probably you got to learn more than what you used to get to learn at your school or that class. And hence, in this particular program, when we are here, try to make it more personalized learning. Ask questions. That okay, this is the scenario, why this, why that, okay? I just want to try, maybe if the same concept is working with Google Meet. Otherwise, we can conduct this lecture on Google Meet as well. कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम है माइक्रोफोन में, इसमें भी पता नहीं. So online students, can you hear me? Maybe Sonali, Tanu, Anupam.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I mean, I'm really sorry for this inconvenience, but hello. So chalo, audio will transfer from while slides will share from here. We'll manage, not a problem. But then
You want another laptop?
no, I have everything here only, so it will take a lot of time. Okay, so online students, just let me put in this group also, because everybody must be thinking that we had agreed for this. Okay, so Sonali, please again confirm me if you can hear me.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Pardon me. Okay. So Sonali, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, sir.
Please switch.
So, okay, wait, sir. I'm visible, sir.
Yeah, you are.
So my name is Sonali and I am from Varanasi, and my highest qualification is MCOM, and I joined Imarticus because I want to improve my communication skill and want to build a career in investment banking.
Okay, so you will be attending this class online or offline?
Sir, online.
So you are based out of Varanasi or some other place?
No, sir, I'm in Varanasi.
Okay, and your qualification is MCOM.
Right.
Which college, which university?
मैं MGKVP महात्मा गांधी काशी विद्यापीठ.
Okay, good. Maybe Tanu, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Tanuja Sandipalzade, and I'm from Sanghamuli and Nashik. I completed my BCom and I'm pursuing MBA at third sem. And I want to grow my career in investment banking.
Okay. So for the rest of the students, we'll do it.
I have some interest.
Okay, so we'll do the introduction in the next class because of this technical issue. So as of now, the entire communication will be between me and you all in the online, and the offline students they will not get to hear whatever you are saying. So today will not keep that much of interaction. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So guys, like I really wanted to discuss this, that why we need soft skills. So see, soft skills is required because again, as I have said, that this helps you in enhancing your career. You get to learn many things. You need to, you get that confidence to face difficult situations. It also in a way helps you in getting that presence of mind, right? To overcome any unforeseen situation. So now what I am going to do, I'm going to play a video. And what you have to do is that you have to watch that video, and after that you have to give me your thoughts or your opinion about that video. Okay, so I'm going to play that video, and just please watch it, see, and let us see what is that you can understand from this video. Hello. Okay, so online students, you need to confirm me if you can hear the audio of this video.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anybody from online? Anybody from online? Maybe from that side. Huh? So, see, we have seen the video, right? So we must have some certain thoughts, certain opinion based on the kind of understanding that we have. Now, maybe yes, somebody has understood it in altogether different level. He may have his or her own opinion. For you, it may differ. For him, also it can. So I want to understand your perspective. One should be practical with every situation. How do you come to this conclusion? Okay, so you go on a road and you see the situation that everybody is jumping the traffic light. So you will also jump. Okay. Okay. Very good. Anybody from online? Tanu, Sanket, Shraddha, Priyanka, Manisha. Guys, can you hear me? Online students.
Sir, would you please tell the question because we are not able to hear the question.
Okay, so the question is that you have seen the video. Whatever you have seen, I want your opinion that what is your interpretation of that particular video? Maybe what are your thoughts? Yeah.
I feel it is regarding the how a person should be like uncertain and complex behaviors, and we should make ourselves really stable to it to adapt to the things and work on them.
Yes.
One shouldn't be stagnant to anything.
Okay. Anybody else? Anupam, Tanu, Shraddha, Prateek, Ankul. Ankul, are you there? Aditi, Gaurav. Okay. So basically, this new world, so like, for example, I don't know how many of you can recall that, but in year 2020, 23rd, 24th March, Modi ji came at 8 p.m. in the night and he said that everything is under lockdown, right? So I remember, I had some ice cream, some milk in my car, and I just wanted to, I just got little lazy and I said that, okay, tomorrow I will pick it up or something like this. And everything was there. And in fact, I could not have access to my laptop, my vehicle for the next 2.5 months. Then how you survive, right? This is uncertain. So the idea of discussing this video with you all is that, and that is also the purpose of soft skills, that we want you to prepare for everything. We want you to prepare for everything. And in this VUCA world, discipline is the key. Discipline is the key. So tomorrow, when you go to that job or that profile in your IB form, maybe you are expecting that, okay, I will be getting that promotion and maybe somebody else got that promotion, maybe this is the hike that I'm expecting, maybe this kind of project I'm expecting. But then this is something which you are thinking at your own level, but in reality something else is happening. So are you someone who can keep up that pace with the outside world? And this energy or this stamina or this flexibility you get to from soft skills. So the idea is that we want to prepare you for the worst. We want to give you this insight that everything is outside in this world is not a bed of roses, or it's not that I should be telling you only positive things. The idea is to discuss here is like that you should be preparing yourself for that unforeseen situations. During this COVID, many of these mid-management people were laid off. So like maybe he's BTech graduate, right? You are a BTech graduate, you are from mechanical engineer, you are a mechanical engineer. But then maybe she has realized the potential of, in her own opinion, she has realized the values and the options as far as mechanical engineering is concerned. And then she has realized something in the area of IB form, and she has found that okay, IB is more suitable for me. So she is changing her stream altogether from technology to finance. This is also an example of VUCA world, right? So realizing your own strengths, your own. So that is something where we need to think upon. Also, let me tell you that never ever expect that whatever you are saying will be accepted by all. No, it is not possible. So maybe whatever you are saying, for example, you said that increase the temperature. So no, look, like for an AC, she said that please increase the temperature. And what we thought that maybe she is feeling hot, so she wants to lower down. I mean, in a way, like she wants to come from 21 to 18, but actually she wanted it from 21 to 27 because she was feeling cold. So that is the kind of interpretation people will have in all your presentations, in all your discussions. So it rightly says that set up the full context. Set up the full context. And my dear students, you have that power to set up that context. And when I say this, that you have the power to set up that context, it means that maybe when you are going for the interview, you have all the authority, all the power, all that diligence, that you can set up the expectation, you can set up the tone, the context of the interview, and the interviewer is going to ask you within that particular frame. So never ever allow him to go beyond that. And we'll discuss all this, how these techniques we can develop, and we'll get it done. Okay. So this video was just to give you an idea that how this world is behaving, how we are evolving on a daily basis, and then probably having that knowledge of outside world, we will also be able to keep up, we'll also be making those required changes as far as our academics is concerned, as far as our day-to-day life is concerned, right? So maybe today mask has become a very normal thing. So maybe in the year 2020 March and April, it was one of the most abnormal thing. But today, if you see most of the people outside on the road, they are having a mask. Okay. Now, even the kids have become conscious of washing their hands, because that is how we have learned from the outside world. So what I'm trying to tell you is that once, so getting that power, getting that ability to relate it to you with the outside world, and then taking those conscious decisions as and when it is required to go for those changes, so that you can match the pace of the world. That is what actually soft skills does for you. Okay. Now, any question from anybody, from anyone, if you want to ask me any question, please, you can ask me. No questions? Okay. So
All
now
clear.
all clear. Okay, very good. So now I want to highlight 3 points. So in a way, ground rule. Okay. So for all the discussions that we will be having throughout these soft skills lectures, so the ground rule is that you all have to speak. I will be more than happy if you get this flexibility that I can appear for the interview on behalf of you. I'm ready to do that. But as far as it is certain that you will be going for the interview, you will be carrying that resume, you will be doing that job, and you will be getting that salary. So you have to. Otherwise, I am ready to do everything. I will get that salary. I will give the interview. Allow me. So you have 2 options. If you want to do it on your own, you have to speak. If you do not want to speak, then let me do everything. Get me that letter that yes, Mr. Kaushal can go for the interview. He can do the job and he will get the salary. No. So you all have to speak. Because once you start speaking, right, then we'll understand. And then probably we can help you that what kind of corrections, what kind of changes you need, right? But if you will not speak, it will be very difficult for me to suggest it, right? And guys, I say one thing with all humility, that even we have to speak to the God. People go to temples, people go to gurudwaras, church, whatever they believe in, the place that they believe in, and there also they have to say something to the God. So when God, who is almighty, who is present everywhere, even he wants to listen it in your voice, then the interviewer is just a human being. The trainer is just a human being, right? So if you will not speak, how I will know? Yes or no? So you all have to speak. That is first thing. The second ground rule is that online students have to switch on their camera while speaking. I'm not expecting that throughout the lecture you have to put your camera on. No, not at all. But then whenever you are speaking, this is a very minimum expectation that you will be putting your camera on, because if you will not do that, how I will come to know about your body language, your facial expressions, then how I will be able to help you? Okay. And see, I don't mind saying this, that as a trainer, I want to see my students. I want to see my students. So अगर आपको लगता होगा कि सर हमको देखने के लिए हमारा कैमरा ऑन करवा रहे हैं, तो आप गलत नहीं हो. मैं आपको डेफिनेटली देखना चाहता हूँ. I want to see you. Okay. So whenever you are speaking, please put your camera on. The third is that we will be doing a lot of assignments. So please follow the timeline for all assignments. So I will be giving you few assignments throughout these lectures, and I expect you to submit it within given time. Now, please do not come to me saying, "Sir, मैं शादी में चला गया, sir, मेरे को अच्छा नहीं लग रहा था." So please, I'm from the day one I'm saying this. At that part, I'm a little bad. I always believe that discipline is the key. Okay. So I believe that you are giving after BTech, after MBA, after MCom, after BCom, after having 2 years of experience, and if you are investing your three and a half months maybe 1,50,000 approx money. So this is the minimum expectation, that you will be taking this course seriously and you will be giving your 100%. So this is a minimum expectation, that please complete all the assignments in time. Do not ask for any extension. Being a soft skill trainer, I will give you ample time. Okay. And you can ask questions anytime. Anytime means anytime. So even I get questions in the at 2 a.m. in the morning. Sir, tomorrow I have an interview. I got the email at 7 p.m. in the evening. I could not see my email. I have just seen this. Can you please help me with this? And I make sure that my student gets the response in the given time. So maybe by 7 a.m., 8 a.m., whenever I get to see my WhatsApp, I will reply you. So that is the kind of support, that is the kind of assistance or help, whatever you can say, will be provided to you. Okay. And never ever hesitate. You are asking questions, it means you can think. You are not asking questions, you cannot think. It is as simple as this, that you can ask questions only if you can think. क्वेश्चन कौन पूछता है भाई? जो सोचता है. जो सोचेगा नहीं वो क्या पूछेगा? उसको तो फिर ठीक है. सूरज ईस्ट में आता है, हाँ आता होगा. नहीं वेस्ट में आता, हाँ वेस्ट में. उसको तो थॉट ही नहीं है. डिबेट कौन करेगा? जिसको कुछ आता है, राइट? सो प्लीज आस्क क्वेश्चंस. And let me tell you one thing, this will be one of the most important tool which will help you to get selected. So generally in the interview, and especially when you are doing well, the interviewer will give you this one opportunity. So you have any question, you can ask me. And that is the time, that is the moment you can create your impact with the quality of question. We have always believed that creating a question paper during the examination was always easy. But trust me, no, never. Because that teacher has to create a question for the entire class. An entire class means from 44% to 98%. So even the 98% student is also feeling that, no, this paper had something for me. And that 40% guy is also thinking that this question paper had something for me. So creating question paper or asking question is not that easy. So please work on this skills. Today itself, I am telling you. Okay. So these are the few ground rules that will follow throughout our lectures. Now, any question that you have as of now? Maybe the last thing that I want to say here is that imagine yourself tomorrow. What it means? It means that you have to imagine that how you are going to act when you get that job, how you will get that job, what are the things that I need to do, how I will be doing it. So maybe if you are able to think on that particular line, you will be getting a lot of questions. And we are the best person to give the answers for those questions that you cannot get the answer for. Okay, so please start imagining. Okay, do not limit yourself. So maybe today we are talking about investment banking. Today we are talking about the operations. So maybe the one question should be there, that what are the possible profiles that I can get into investment banking? So maybe the domain trainer will be answering this question. So we said, so like what kind of profiles we get? And then he will say, okay, so these are the 5 or 6 types of profiles that you will get. So maybe once you know that, you will think, where I can make the difference. Which one is more closer to me? Oh, number 2 is more closer to me. Sir, for number 2, what are the things that I need to do? And then he will tell you that if you want to work in this profile, These are the concepts that you should know. And then probably you will go back and you will study those concepts. Okay. Last is that always try to learn something extra. Okay. So for example, if you have discussed certain financial concepts in the class, then take that learning to the outside of this room and maybe going to the FinShots or Money Control or Economic Times and trying to get that one which is related to that, and then and probably trying to see the real exposure of that particular concept. So for example, let me give you a very layman kind of example. So in Pune, it is said that you have to wear your helmet. Okay, so this is mandatory. And this guy, someone like us, he will go and he will wear his helmet like this. You have seen people wearing helmet at up to this level, just keeping that. Now that traffic guy is confused whether I should fine him or not, because he will say, "Dada, helmet to hai na." So then he will come back to his boss and say, "Sir, like what we should do in this situation?" So he was given a concept. He was explained the concept. He went on the roadside. He tried to implement that concept, but he saw certain gaps. He came back and then he has asked again to his boss or manager, whoever is there. Now he will have more clarity and he will go back. So what I'm trying to tell you is that whatever the concepts that you are learning in the class, please take it to the real world and try to implement. See where is the gap. Please come back and discuss. Okay, because then only you will develop your knowledge, and that is called as critical thinking. That is called as critical thinking. You are taking the entire process to the next level. Okay, so these are some basic things I believe that we should be following throughout this 3.5 months of program. And guys, with all due respect, I will say that whenever you feel that you have any problem, any question, anything that can be discussed, please discuss. Do not hesitate. Okay. Now, I want to take, so these are the things that you can make a note of all these things. So any questions as of now? I'm really sorry, but you know, like I'm used to say it like this. So any questions, any questions. So whenever you have any question, you can always ask me. Okay. Now, I want to talk something about and this activity is just to let you know that why soft skills are very important. Okay. So earlier when there was any recruitment, it was purely knowledge based. So for example, if I want to become a professor, the university guidelines will say anybody who has done PhD. So what they are talking about? They are talking about knowledge. PhD means knowledge, right? Anybody who has done MCom. So what they are talking about? They are talking about knowledge. So the recruitment was purely knowledge based. If you have that degree, if you have that knowledge, please come and take this job. But then in 1999, this market had some economic trouble and all, and slowly and gradually what people realized, this industry, that let us talk about the skills. Now, what is the difference between knowledge and skills? Huh? So how to use the knowledge is skills. Okay. Okay. Online students, I'm not getting any response from you all. I hope at least I'm audible to you all. Manisha, Shubham.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So what is the difference between knowledge and skills?
So knowledge is to gain from something and skill means implementation of it.
Right? So yeah, I mean, whatever Shubham or you have said is correct. But then let me give you one scenario. So how to prepare tea? How to prepare tea? Hmm? I mean, this is one of the best start of the answer. I really appreciate you for this. So when that guy comes on the TV and he said, you know, like 2 spoons sugar, one spoon this, 2 cup of milk, this, boil it for some time, and then the tea is ready, right? But when you go to prepare tea, actually, first you should know how to switch on the gas. That is stove, right? So this is the gap between knowledge and skill. So in between, you get to learn so many things, and that's why they said that knowledge itself is not enough. We want skillful people, right? So this is how it evolved from knowledge to skills. But then again, in year 2009 and 10, we had some economic issues. The industry has faced certain challenges, and then they came and said that now it doesn't mean that knowledge is not important. Knowledge is important, but then something got added to this. Okay, so the real implementation of that knowledge, then there's something happened, and that is called as adaptability. And you know, like if earlier it was knowledge like 100%, then maybe knowledge 50% and skills 50%. Let me give you this one example between knowledge and skills. So we had this one guy, he applied to become a professor, assistant professor. He was PhD, he was everything. So when he went to join the university, he joined the university, he was assigned the class, and when he went into the first lecture, everybody realized that he cannot speak. So that gap you find when you do that skill testing. And today when you apply for a teaching job, they ask you to give a demo, right? So that is what is knowledge and skills. Then the same thing came, and that was called as adaptability. Now, why this adaptability is required? To tackle different situation. For example, if candidate attempts to make a field, okay, what example? Yes. So maybe you have been hired, right? You are working, and all of a sudden there is certain need, something has happened in the company, and they feel like, okay, so from tomorrow you need to come in the night shift. Maybe the company feels that you need to upgrade yourself because we want to assign you some different project. So in terms of timing, in terms of situation, you need to be adaptable. And trust me, today this adaptability is more of, I will say it's all alone it constitutes for 50%. So knowledge and skills, because see, all these companies that where you are going to work, Goldman Sachs, JPMC, Deutsche Bank, whichever organization you take the name, they have a foolproof system in place. They have the knowledge. What they are looking for in operations, they are looking for someone who can adapt to certain changes happening day in and day out and still can give the same output. Okay, and that's why there will be a lot of questions which will be asked to you based on situations. So okay, how will you do if this is the situation? What will happen if this is happen? And then they will try to evaluate you that how quickly you can adapt to something which is unknown or uncertain. So whenever you are going for the job, these are the three things that will be, and this adaptability is about hence I have proved that soft skills are equally important. Done? Any doubt? Any question? Nothing. Okay. Now what we'll do? Now we'll move to the 4 tools that we are going to discuss today that will help you to elevate your personal abilities, that will help you to know yourself in a more better way. Okay, and probably this will give you an insight that, oh, this is who am I and this is what I need to do, and then only I can achieve this. Okay, so we are going to discuss those 4 tools. Before that, if we have any question from anybody, maybe from Anupam, Mansi, Aishwarya, Prateek, Ankul, Aditi, Gaurav, Priyanka, Sanket, Shubham, Tanu, and this class, any question? No questions. Okay. So the first tool that we are going to discuss is called as all MBAs, BBAs, you must have. Okay, so what is SWOT analysis? Online students, you can also reply, Okay. Okay, Shubham, go ahead.
So SWOT analysis refers to the identifying the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats of the company. And it also helps to let us know about the competitors in analyzing and the weakness and where one could focus on.
Very good. So yeah. Okay. Engineers, no SWOT analysis, only technology. Rishikesh, right? Okay. Tell me. Okay. So, how many of you know
this thing. What is this? Know your customer. Hmm. Why do we need to know the customer? So to ascertain the exact need of the customer. Huh? Yes, and it is not more of demand, but then anticipating that what he can demand. So before he comes to me, I should reach it to him that, hey, are you looking for this? Right? So KYC is know your customer. So this is a process. Now, don't say know your customer. You all are CBOP students. At least give a definition. So KYC is a process through which we identify, we validate the customer, and also we try to ascertain his future needs. And maybe as a banker, I can come up with certain customized product for him or her, or services, not only product but services. So that is what you do with KYC. What is this? No? Give the full form, complete answer. So this class is not about typical class. This is a dimag ki batti jala de class. Mentors, huh? know your solution. Okay, I know you can answer this. Tell me. Know your strengths. Okay. Know your system. So before going to the outside world, right, before going out of your comfort zone, we need to see that who am I? What are my wants? What kind of qualities that I have? Right? Because this world has, this is a universe, and this has something or the other thing for everybody on this earth. So the question is that what is that I want? So when you stepped out of your BCom or MBA or your graduation, there were n number of opportunities, maybe journalism, maybe biotech, maybe so many things, maybe MEd or BEd to become a professor or a teacher, maybe UGC, JRF, NET, all kind of things. But then having all these things, still you thought of choosing CBOP, right? And maybe that was more of because of your strengths, because you believe that I know finance. Maybe because you believe that this has an opportunity for me. Okay, because you believe that these are my weaknesses which I can correct there. Okay, and maybe working on all these things, maybe I can minimize my threat to reach to that my opportunity. Okay, so knowing yourself is very, very important. Okay, and knowing yourself in terms of, so you see this guy, I mean cricketers and all, so when they come to bat, they will like, so what he is doing, he is analyzing the situation. right? So that he can play accordingly based on his strengths, right? So maybe you are also doing the same thing, and once you know the outside world, and once you know that what you have, and probably if you can match that, then only you can grow in your life, right? So SWOT analysis is the tool to know your okay, and that's why we are going to study about SWOT analysis now. Okay, now see, strengths and weaknesses has to do more, I mean, and that is I'm talking from individual perspective, so it has to do more within the person. And what can be your strength? Anything that you can do to the best of your ability and nobody can match that. That is your strength, right? So anything which you can do to the best of your ability, anything that you feel can make that difference, that can set you apart from the crowd, that will be your strength. And you need to find it out for yourself. Weaknesses, you know that this is something because of which I can be in trouble, or maybe I can delay my success. Okay, the area of improvement in a way. Opportunities where your strengths can take you to, where you can find that match, right? And traits are something which you visualize because of your weakness, that today I'm not able to do this, so hence in the future this will also be a threat for me, right? So let us do the individual SWOT analysis. Maybe next 10 minutes, spend some time, take pen and paper, your notebook, and try to find out your strengths and weaknesses, your opportunities and your threats. We'll discuss few of them and then we'll move to the next tool. So can we do that? Please, online students. Online students, any question?
No, sir.
So this is one of the most evergreen batch, which has one thing in common. You have any question? No, sir. Either online, offline. Done. I'm sorry, but like I have this habit of moving around and looking into the copies. I'm more of a traditional kind of, not too kind of, we just fix to one thing. Okay? So pardon me for that, but I will keep on doing that. Okay. Okay. So what are your strengths? Calm and composed. Calm and composed. Confident. Calm and composed. Confident. Really? Confidence is there. No, confidence I can believe, but calm and composed. Is really critical. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Problem solver and team player. Okay. Weakness? Food. Really? Okay. So which is the best place in Pune to have non-veg? Chardam is there at behind it. Right now. Earlier, it was like 100. Okay. And what are your opportunities? Opportunities I could not. Okay. So, okay, we'll discuss.
Friends and hard work. I can nothing.
Okay. So what's your qualification? BCom. So what is the golden rule of what they say? Accounts and she said that she can learn things easily.
Yeah, I can do it practically, but I can't remember things thoroughly. I'm practical.
So you are skillful, not knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything is common: teamwork, hard working. Same, no? Hard work followed by smart work. Okay. Anybody from online, please go ahead.
I was a constant management during my active apply. To work time according to audit and client requirements.
So for every strength or every weakness, you must have example. The way he had said, right? So he has given a situation, or he has discussed about a given situation, that this is how something has happened, and because of my strength, so you know, it's not the machine, but the individual behind that machine makes the difference. So maybe when you say hard work, I'm also hardworking, she is also hardworking, you are also hardworking. But then probably if you elaborate on this with a given example, probably I will have a deeper understanding, or maybe I will have more clarity that yes, your hard work is different from her hard work. Right? So maybe that hard work is more appealing than this hard work, and so we should hire him or we should hire her. Okay. So, yeah, please.
Then third is that tactical agenda.
You will have a lot of questions. Okay. Okay. Anybody from online, any strengths, weaknesses from anybody? Aditi, Gaurav. Gaurav, can you switch on your camera? Gaurav, are you there? Yeah. Yeah. What are your strengths?
To work a proper way within a before time. Give 100% efforts.
Okay.
Ability.
What are your threats?
Yes, sir.
What are your threats?
Mechanical, be mechanical.
Mechanical?
Be mechanical.
So being mechanical is a threat for you.
Yes.
Okay. Priyanka, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you switch on your camera?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So can you take us through your SWOT analysis?
Yes, sure. So my strengths are I'm good at debating, like it can be anything. Yeah. And I'm hardworking. And weaknesses are like I think that if I'm not well, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. You can switch off your camera because maybe there is some network issue. So what is your weakness?
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. What is your weakness?
My weaknesses is I'm not well explained or heard. That I have already.
Maybe, I mean, you are not audible. So there is some network issue. Okay. Anybody else? Maybe Sonali, Aditi, Shubham, Sanket.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, Shubham.
So my strengths are analyzing the things and going for the in-depth knowledge of it and looking for the solutions. Whereas my weaknesses is that staying impatient and looking for the immediate result.
And threats?
Threats as in, I haven't thought. I was looking for the strengths and
Okay, okay, okay. Sonali, are you there?
Yes. So
So what are your strengths and weaknesses? I think you also have some network issue.
I'm audible, sir.
Yeah, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. My strengths include responsibility. If I'm taking any responsibility of doing something, I want to stop without completing it in a given time. And my nature, friendly nature, and weaknesses include
Okay. So today when you go back now, try to spend some quality time and see if you can work on your strengths and weaknesses, threats and opportunities, right? Because this is very, very important. We have to know ourselves. And it really becomes very difficult to talk about yourself. Very difficult. So I mean, like when I will be giving you the first assignment, I will send you one workbook, approximately 60-70 pages. So maybe some of you, like he says that he's not good in writing, right? You have said that you are not good in public speaking, right? Maybe likewise, you all have one or the other weaknesses. So the moment you go through that workbook, the way we have designed it, you know, so what I expect each one of you is that go to the market, take the printout, don't use the soft copy, take the printout, bring it to your home, and then use a pencil to complete each and every activity that has been given. Now this is not mandatory, but if you want a real change in yourself, if you want a real change in yourself, a positive change which will take you to your dream job or dream career, then you must do it the way I'm saying. Okay, rest choice is with you. So I will be sending that maybe tomorrow, and take the printout, take a pencil, and try to spend some quality time with that workbook and do it on your own. It will be more of a fun. Okay, and then probably slowly and gradually we'll keep on discussing on your threats and your weaknesses, that how we can overcome, or maybe the opportunities, that how we can make it possible. Strengths, how we can how we can capitalize on our strengths. So all those things we'll be doing throughout these sessions. Okay, so please do it whenever you are there at your home. Sonali, since you have a network issue, so you know, like what I'm saying is that I will be sending one workbook, and you all have to complete the assignments that are given in that workbook. Now let me move to the next tool. And the next tool is time chart. Okay, so see, do you really think we have control over time? Can you get control over time?
No, sir.
Why? Shubham, I think this was Shubham. You cannot get control over your time.
no, so this wasn't me.
Okay, okay. So maybe someone from online said that he cannot control time. Okay, so actually you can control your time. Okay, now why we are discussing this? We are discussing this because time management is a very big issue in today's time. The kind of lifestyle we have, the kind of distractions that we have. Okay, So one small survey. How many of you have this Netflix, this in your mobile phone? Right? Now you have paid for that. So you want to extract the value out of that. And like I have seen students like, there was this guy, he came in the class and I said, you have not completed your assignment. Then he said, no, like sir, मेरा नेट का Netflix का subscription खत्म होने वाला था, तो मैंने like whole night I have seen all the. So that is the kind of pressure you have, that you have to complete everything. And then I said like, oh, so it means you are bothered about that, maybe 199 or I don't know, 499 per month, something. I'm not sure. But I mean, the same kind of attention you should give to this also. For 3 months, this much amount, right? So what I'm trying to tell you here is that, so these millennials, I mean, today's youth, they do not want someone to follow them for any regular thing. So maybe at your home, when your mom says, you have to do this, have you done this? And then you will look back and say, mom, don't poke me always, I will do this. Or dad, whoever is there, right? So, and that is how we have been groomed, or that is how we are, growing. So the companies are really bothered about your time management. Now, they do not want stressful employees. No, they do not want. They do not want an employee who is going to complete everything at the last moment. They do not want an employee that comes to them and say that, hey, I want extension. And this all can be avoided only when you have control over time. Right? And we all know this. We all know this, how maybe BTech graduates, because I have worked with engineering college and university and engineering students, they will do everything just 1 second before. So the entire syllabus they will revise just before that at 9:59 a.m. because 10 a.m. they are going to start their exam. Not at 9:58 a.m. No. Nobody can motivate them or make them to revise their concepts. Yes or no? So, but yes, that can be ignored because you were a student. But then when you are an employee, when you are working in investment banking industry, you really need to have control over your time. And hence, this is a small effort to somehow bring those changes in you through this activity. And I can proudly say this, that many of our students, those who are working, or even if they are not working, they are still looking for the job, that for one thing they have come to this class and they have thanked that, sir, we have been able to save 18 hours, 24 hours, 15 hours in a week by following this chart. And the beauty of this chart is that at least I am never busy. I am never busy. Okay, so, and that too, when we have this new set of work culture, work from home, work from office, remote, this, that, so much of social media, this distraction. So earlier we used to have one mobile phone. Now we have a mobile phone and then one watch, then this Bluetooth headset. And like I have seen people on the airport, they are running like anything. Hey, what happened? No, my Bluetooth headset is not working, my mobile is not charged, my this device is not charged. And then like, Baba, हमको भी तो कहीं charge करने दे भाई, सारा point तू ही ले लेगा. So what I'm trying to tell you is that when this is how we are evolving, and if this is the situation, that it really becomes very important for us to get control over time so that you are not stressed. And if you are not stressed, then your productivity will not be compromised. And the company wants best productivity out of you. If you remember again, those of you who have done MPA or BTech, just take 2 minutes of time and think about the quality of projects that you have done. Everything at the last moment. Then we cannot ensure the quality of that project, right? It just copy paste, right? Some changes and all. So the value, because of if we do not have control over time, and if you are really getting stressed, and then you will say, जो होगा देखा जाएगा यार, पहले इसको submit करो, right? And hence you are not getting the best output from that project. Hence it is very important for us to have a control over time. Now how you can do this? Probably you can follow a time chart, set a weekly goal, and and try to evaluate your daily activity. And trust me, you will get to know where you are wasting your time, where you are utilizing your time, and maybe that insight will help you to remove those unproductive hours or that minutes that every day you are wasting here and there. Okay, let us do one activity. You all go to your smartphone, go to settings, and there is something called as digital well-being or digital balance. Digital balance or digital well-being kind of thing in settings. See how much time you are spending. 44 minutes today to yesterday. And which kind of apps, which kind of, right? Okay, so please take care of this. Make sure that we are utilizing our time judiciously, because time is invaluable. Okay, and at least for this 3.5 months that we are going to spend together, let us be mindful. If you do not want someone to come behind you or to remind you for everything, then you need to be responsible. With your attitude, with your work ethics, you need to give this confidence to that person that, hey, she will be able to do it, not a problem. She is not, I mean, we don't need to bother about that. The moment you are able to give this confidence to your team manager, maybe the day you are able to give this confidence to your dad, your mom, your friends, right? That will be a life-changing moment. So please work on time chart. Okay. Okay. So this is the second tool. Now we are moving to the third tool. And third tool is called as time matrix. Now, why we need time matrix? So many a time, actually we are confused, and especially on weekends, that which task to take first, right? So in a way, we are confused with multiple things. We are not able to decide the priority of the task, right? So Stephen Covey, who has written this book, one of the most selling books across the world, is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and there he talks about time matrix. So maybe if you have multiple tasks and you are not able to decide which one to do first, then this matrix will help you to get that answer. Okay, and he talks about 4 quadrilaterals where you can distribute your work, and in that particular journey, the first quadrilateral is you can decide on a task about something called as which is urgent and which is important. Okay, which is urgent and which is important, means the task which you cannot postpone. Okay, where your presence is important. So what kind of work you think is urgent and important? Sorry, attending classes, it is urgent and important. Okay, to submit the assignment on time. Okay,
Crisis and deadline projects.
okay. Manisha, can you switch on your camera? I mean, like, increase the volume. Yeah. Okay.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Manisha, you are audible. Can you switch on your camera?
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Manisha. Okay. Any idea? Planning your time is urgent and important. Okay. Sorry, any? Going to the things. Okay, going through the notes. Any? Taking care of your health. Okay. So see, urgent and important. Which, I mean, taking care of your health, you can always postpone. Maybe next year, 1st January will start. No. And then again, next year will start. So this is called as basically firefighting situation. Any medical emergency. We have always postponed our learning, right? Yes or no? No, you do not want, but you have always done that, right? But you cannot postpone medical emergency. So anything which is very critical, there is no element of postponement. Okay. And this is called as firefighting situation. So these are things which are urgent and important. Even your presence is required. Okay, and hence we say do it now. So anything which is urgent and important, we should do it now, right? The second matrix is it is urgent but it is not important. Can you think of any task which is urgent but it is not important? Sleep. No, sleep is very important. Yeah, there are so many articles every day, you know, like you should sleep for 10 hours, 8 hours, this much hours. Huh? Entertainment, you are saying it is urgent but not important. Shopping. Shopping is urgent but not important. It becomes urgent because of that given time frame, but it is not important. Maybe taking up a call. Okay, because of the nature of the time, it is urgent, because if you do not pick up that call in that 30 seconds or 25 seconds, it will be a missed call for you, but it is not important, right? There are so many things. For example, your electricity bill, maybe you have not paid in time, or maybe today is the last day, right? So it is urgent, but it is not important. So maybe you can ask somebody else, hey, you are going to that site, can you pay this bill for me? So anything which is urgent but it is not important, you can always delegate it, right? So maybe if you are here in the class, you can ask somebody else to pick up the call for you, or maybe you are in a meeting and all, right? So anything which is urgent because of its timely nature, but it is not of that importance, and that kind of work you can always delegate to somebody else. See why we need to know this, because tomorrow when you are going to work, you will be part of multiple teams, you will be part of multiple projects, and that point of time you should have that basic sense to decide the priority of that particular task. Tomorrow when you will become a team manager, maybe you are handling a team of 5-6 executives, then how you are going to delegate, how you are going to manage, because everything you cannot do. So you should know where your involvement is important, you should know which I can ask somebody else to do. That intelligence has to be there, right? So anything which is urgent but not important, you can always delegate it. Okay, then the third tool is, it's not urgent but it is important. Any example? It is not urgent but it is important. Huh? Good habits. Yeah, exercise. So exercise, right? Health checkup. It's not urgent but it's important. Refreshment. Okay. Amen. Okay. Yeah. Huh? It is not urgent but it is, yes. Yes. Moreover, your academics. So maybe when you enroll yourself for an BCom program, you know that it will take 3 years. So it is not urgent. But then the degree that you will get at the end of 3 years is important. Relationships. Nothing is urgent. So maybe today you can ignore making a call to your dad, mom, or anybody. But then we know that it is important, right? So anything which you think is not urgent but it is important, so you should plan it. So the first one is do it, the second one is delegate it, and the third one is plan it. Because if you will not plan, then you will be doing cut, copy, paste, this, and you will be submitting the assignment. You agree with me on this, right? So today when you have enrolled yourself for this program and you know that it will take 3.5 months, and this is the job that I'm looking for, so you should be having a proper plan to get through this program. Okay, so maybe for the next 3 months I'm not going to attend any unwanted activity. Maybe for the next 3 months I'm going to focus on academics. Maybe I'm canceling my gym subscription. Maybe I'm canceling my Netflix subscription. Can we do that? By the way, Netflix subscription is not related to a Marticus certificate, so anyway it is not going to impact, just to clarify. So you can always cancel that. So having that proper planning, so maybe today we have discussed 5 concepts, how I can go back and I can review it, because again next day you will be learning another 5 concepts. So if today you will not complete today's task, tomorrow you will be having a task for 2 days. Okay, and that will become really difficult for you. So you should have a proper planning. So anything which is not urgent but it is important, plan it. Okay, the last one is, it's not urgent but it's not important and not important. So what kind of task you think is not urgent and not important? Going for a movie, yes.
So using social media.
Yes, using social media is also not urgent and not important, but then most of you will treat it in the first box. Just after this class, even during the class also. Right? So, see, the objective of discussing all these basic things is to let you know that how much time this time is important for you. Okay, Guys, trust me, these 3 months can change your life. Choice is yours. Choice is yours. Anyway, Marticus has assured you about the placement. So the placement is not the problem. The problem is that whether you want to get placed in the first opportunity or whether you want to get placed in the 10th opportunity. That journey is important. Choice is yours. You will get the placement. Maybe you will get that package of, I mean, maybe Utkarsha ma'am must have discussed about something called as tiering, T1, T2, T3. Even if you are in T4, you will get that certificate. Now, choice is yours whether you want the certificate of achievement, certificate of excellence, or certificate of participation. Choice is yours. Paper is same, font is same, the signature is same, the logo is same. Just one word: participation, achievement, excellence. Rest everything is same. So you have that time. I have not seen anybody in the last 7 months of me being here in the Marticus coming from this CBOP program and telling me that I have not got the job. You have not got the job because of your own reasons. Okay, so I request each one of you, I suggest each one of you to please have that mindset, get the best out of this syllabus and make your life. Okay, so this is about time matrix, not urgent, not important. Okay, so this is just to, you know, give you a thought process when you are there in that particular office and you are working for your livelihoods. The fourth tool is elevator pitch. Okay, and that for that I will move to the some slides I need to discuss. Okay, so any question as of now, anything that you want to ask me, any question as of now that is coming to your mind? Just for your information, in soft skills, you can ask any question. You will get the answer of each and every question. Okay, so you should utilize this opportunity. Maybe if you want to ask something in person, that is also okay. If you want to ask in the class, that is also okay. But please ask your questions. Okay, so any question from anybody, online, offline. I mean, you know, like we have 28 students and not a single question. Okay, Anupam, please go ahead.
So like I have to discuss like how to maintain the consistency in anything, like we are doing this course or like we are doing anything, like I'm just a bit bad at consistency.
Okay, so Anupam has a question that's like, you know, how to maintain consistency in anything. Okay, so see, there are many ways, but then the best formula that I know and I want to discuss is this. See, first of all, with any of your effort, try to ascertain that what is that output you want. So maybe if you remember, the first thing that we have discussed today is that what is the purpose of doing this course here in CBOP?
Yes, sir.
Right. So the moment you know the purpose. So for example, who was very honest, placement. He said that, sir, I'm here for placement. And I really appreciate that. It is all, you know, want to explore. Yeah. Doctor banna hai kya? I mean, but placement to, yeah. See, you can explore the knowledge, but then the goal should be measurable. And how you can measure the growth or the learning? Through placement, right? So the moment I know that I want placement out of this particular course, now this is something has been fixed. Okay, now how I will get that placement? So for that, I have to attend so many lectures. Now within those lectures, these are the things that I have been asked to do. Okay, now just attach any value any positive value with your effort. For example, if I will not do this assignment that I have received in soft skills, maybe I will lose 5 marks. So now out of 100, I have to fight only for the 95. So it means you are losing that opportunity. So with each one of your activity, a certain outputs, and always keep on measuring that. Keep on measuring that. Okay, and I always say this, that do not come with super energy and do not come with something called as push energy. That on the first day, this is my first lecture, I'm excited, well on time, this and that. Second lecture, little this, third, fourth, ठीक है, कर लेंगे यार, कोई बात नहीं, हो जाएगा, अभी 2 महीने, right? So try to find that pitch which you can maintain throughout these 3.5 months. Maybe if you can study for 1 hour, that is enough. That is also enough. Maybe if you can study for 2 hours, that is also enough. Nobody is saying that no, you have to study throughout the night and at this and that. No, try to find out. So commit something to yourself which you can do easily without any external force. Okay, so first set up the routine which you can do easily without any external pressure. The second thing is that with all your efforts, with each one of your effort, a certain value attached to it, and just ask this one question to yourself, that if today I will not do this, what is my loss? And maybe that fear of loss will help you to go back and again do your task. Okay, so I think with this mechanism, you can always be consistent.
Yes, sir.
You go.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Any question?
Would you refer one book for a time management?
I will not refer any book. I will just refer this time chart.
Like there are books over.
See, let me tell you one thing. That you being here in the class, was there any situation that somebody have told you that if you come to this class you will get some 5-6 crores of rupees? No, right? It means you have a basic sense to relate things to a certain things, that okay, if I will do this, I will get this. If I will do this in this way, then this is what I will get, right? So trust me, okay, you can always go for the books and everything to maybe sharpen your skills, or maybe to get some different approach. But I always believe that being here in this class itself is a testimony that you all are aware of everything. It is just that we are not able to do this. Okay, so for example, it is written on that cigarette packet, no? It is injurious to health. Then there are a lot of photos and this and that. But still, people go and smoke, right? Now, no books or no amount of classes can tell them that don't smoke. So it has to come from your within, from inside you. So some basic commitments. Don't go for some books and all. Once you are in some high profile job, at that point of time you can refer to any book. But still, if you want the name of the book, so you can go ahead with this book. This 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is one of the best books on time management and all. But then I always believe in one thing, keeping things very simple. I should study for 2 hours. Yes, I should study for 2 hours. I should go out and play. Yes, I should go out and play.
Instead of using it, I could have instead of using Netflix, I could have used that time for a book.
So yes, so no, you use your smartphone, maybe not for the Netflix, but then probably, so maybe today you go and so one thing that you all can do, that LIC is going to come up with its IPO. Let us go today and study this. Why this IPO was delayed, what all happened, maybe like this. try to study about, when you study about this forex and all, what happened to Sri Lankan economy, why they are on the brink of bankruptcy and all. So just try to relate things with things happening around you, and you will get enough knowledge. And trust me, this is the best tool. This is the best tool. It is our failure that we have not utilized it properly. A coolie in Kerala has cracked Kerala State Services examination just with the one phone gifted to him by the wife of the station master. So that is the power. You know, this is a fact that Wi-Fi across the stations has been, railway station, it was provided to each one of us, right? 73% of people have used that Wi-Fi to watch porn movie. So choice is with us, that how I am going to utilize this tool. You can always get the subscription of Coursera also, and you can always get the subscription of Netflix also. Choice is yours, which subscription you want in this. You can get a Marticus app also. So it is, I always believe it is within that person. So let us be honest to ourselves. Let us try to think about one thing, and that is the value that I'm going to get out of any activity that I'm going to do. Ask this question: what is the value that I'm going to get out of this, and how it is going to help me in my future? If you get positive answer for these two questions, you can go ahead and do anything that you want in your life. Nobody will ask you, and you will never have to work to justify this, that why I did this, right? So ask these two questions at any given point of time to yourself, that what is the value I'm going to get out of this, and what kind of value it is going to add to my future. If you get the answer, go ahead and do this. Okay, so any question from anybody? Okay, no question. Okay, so now I'm going to discuss elevator pitch. I hope we are not going too fast. Okay. So now the question is, okay, I think I have not shown this. So what is an elevator pitch? What is an elevator, by the way? Lift. और लिफ्ट क्या करता है? हमको भी तो लिफ्ट करा. Okay. So, and how much time it takes? 1 second. 10 seconds. But maybe we can say minute or so on average. So elevator pitch is your that introduction speech which will take you to the next level just in a span of 1 minute. Okay, so it is a constructed introduction speech. It is a constructed introduction speech about yourself. So when you go for this interviews, maybe in a train, in a plane, wherever, and people ask you, like, you know, tell me something about yourself. And trust me, we hardly have any answer for this. What it means is that we fail to create that first impression. And this is a very, very genuine and normal question throughout life. People will ask you, tell me something about yourself. The first day of your college. So today maybe this is the first day. So maybe you will ask her, Tell me something about yourself. So maybe it will help you to build your network, get some good friends. Maybe you will get the best of the best job, because in the interview also the first question will be, tell me something about yourself. So what I believe, the question which is very basic, which is very common, and that is going to exist with us throughout our life, we must have a concrete answer for that. We must have the best answer for that. And to get the best answer, you need to invest some time. Okay. So introduction speech is it's a well constructed introduction speech. It is more of a quick synopsis of your background and your experience. And we are talking it more in a professional front. Okay. This speech is all about you, who you are, what you do, and what you want to do. Okay. It gives the listener an overview of you in a compelling way. What is a trailer? What is a movie trailer? You know movie trailer? What it does? And what is the outcome of that trailer? You get an idea about the movie. Maybe it creates a curiosity in your mind, and maybe you just try, you wait for the day that it is going to release and I will watch. So this elevator pitch is that like a movie trailer, that maybe I will decide whether I'm going to spend my next 15 minutes or 20 minutes with you or not. Right? And guys, this elevator pitch is the 50% of your entire selection process. So let me tell you this. Otherwise, don't come tomorrow and say like, this and that. 50%, because you get this opportunity to create that framework during that interview, that what is that you are going to talk about yourself, because whatever you will be saying, from that only I'm going to ask the next question. Yes or no? So that is the kind of power, that is the kind of importance this particular one thing has, and that is called as elevator pitch. It gives the listener an overview of you in a compelling way. So when Shah Rukh Khan comes in the movie and says, Raz, naam to suna hi hoga. That itself is, and like people in the theater, like this, they are clapping. Just one sentence, the way he says, right? We all clap for him. It means he had said this thing in a very compelling way, which has created a whole lot of impact on our heart and mind. The same way, even if you have the best of your speech, but the way you are going to say, right? There is this Bollywood star, Kartik Aaryan. He is remembered for only one scene. You know that? Which scene?
Pyar Ka Panchanama.
Yes. Yes. So whenever he will go on the stage or any public platform, people will say, "Sir, please go ek baar aap." Like, once more, sir, once more. Yes or no? So what I'm trying to tell you is that, can we create that kind of impact through our elevator pitch? Okay. So the question is that, what is that I'm going to talk about? What is that I'm going to talk and people will be really interested to know? So obviously content is important, but then how you say is most important. Again, to give you one more example, you have seen this series on Set Max or no Sony this Shark Tank. You remember these people used to walk in and they used to come, hey sharks, क्या आपने ये चीज देखा, क्या आपने ये सुना? एंड ये मेरे बचपन से मेरे दिमाग में चल रहा था और फिर मैंने सोचा और फिर हमने ये डिजाइन किया. हे शार्क्स, मेरा नाम कौशल है और मैं आप लोगों को इस ब्लूटूथ हेडसेट के बारे में बताना चाहता हूँ. ये ब्लूटूथ हेडसेट ऐसे अवेलेबल है, इसके बदले में इतना इक्विटी और इतना, जस्ट इन ए स्पैन ऑफ मिनट्स, राइट? So I have given you all these examples to relate the value and the importance of elevator pitch. Nobody talks about this, but we want to talk here about this in this class. And what we want to tell you is that please spend some quality time. Discover yourself, that what are the 3 things, 4 things that I can talk about myself that will give an idea to this person that he is going to spend his next 20-30 minutes with me. Okay, and this is helpful always to build your network. This elevator pitch comes in hand when the interviewer asks you the question, tell me about yourself. Okay, now how we can create this? So it should be drafted for not more than 120 seconds, 2 minutes. But again, I will say, try to, if you are fresher and all, do not go beyond 90 seconds. Do not go beyond 90 seconds. And then it focuses on the formula that is called as IBC. Now, IBC is something that we will be discussing throughout our soft skills classes. IBC means introduction. B means body, that is the message that we are going to give. And conclusion means what is the outcome, how it is going to be helpful in the future. Okay, so that is kind of content we are looking in the conclusion part. Introduction means like in a context to your concepts, and also the definition will be the introduction. Okay, in your case, your personal information will be your introduction. So you can always say, hey, my name is Rishikesh. I belong to Pune. I come from a family of 4. My father is a government officer. My mother is a homemaker. I have a younger brother who is studying in IIT Mumbai. So maybe your father, government officer, mother, homemaker, brother studying in IIT. Now it gives a positive aura. Maybe if your younger brother is studying in IIT, IIMs, it will add value, right? Maybe he is working with Goldman Sachs. So anything which you believe that will add value, which will create a positive impact about yourself, you can always talk about this. But then do not spend more than 1 second, one sentence or 1.5 sentences about your family, not more than that, because this is about you. But then we just want to set up a context, right? Because when I'm going to talk about my brother is studying in USA, it is going to give this message that no, like I come from a studious family, so we all are academically at least strong, right? So wherever you feel that there can be anything positive which can add value, mention that. Okay, then probably talking about the vision statement of your life. Why we want to discuss about the vision statement? Because see, within 90 seconds you cannot talk everything about you, right? But the moment you say that I'm always inspired by this, what Elon Musk had said, and I quote, so maybe that will give me an opportunity to understand your personality, that since you like Elon Musk, it means that you must be having these traits within you. And that can be positive as well as negative. So maybe the moment you talk about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, I get certain feeling, certain thought about your personality. So that vision statement will somewhere give me that idea to understand your personality, right? Kind of thought process, maybe your source of inspiration, right? Then it should be persuasive. What it means is that it should be conversational in a way, and it should be convincing me that no, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. He is the right person or she is the right person. Emphasized on skills. Talk about your IB skills. Maybe what kind of understanding you have about money market, risk management, asset management, trade life cycle, AML, KYC, this, that, whatever. Okay. What are your goals? So discuss about your goals as well. Why? Because the moment you are talking about your goal, somewhere I am able to gauge your future journey. I can think, okay, whether you are going to be with me or not, whether we share the same kind of goal, whether we share the same kind of path or not. And that will help me to decide whether I should hire you or not. Maybe it will give me an idea that what kind of clarity you have as far as your future is concerned, right? And talk about belief system. What is the belief system? It means that what is that you have done in the past which gives you this confidence that you will be able to do this in the future as well. So maybe, for example, when I say that I have trained more than 12,000 students and have successfully placed them, it means this will give you a belief that, okay, this gentleman is a good resource. Yes or no? When you go to this Karachi Sweets and they say since 1819, so you get this confidence, no, that okay, this sweet shop is since 1819. It means he has expertise over making sweets. So I can pay him the premium and I can buy that sweet. Maybe the moment you go to Joshi Vade Wale, you get this confidence, yes or no, that it is neat and clean, good hygiene, good taste. So even if he's charging me premium, it's okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is that talking about something about your past, which gives this a belief to the interviewer that you will be able to do this as well. Normally आप क्या बोलते हो? यार भाई ऐसा मैंने पहले भी किया यार, मैं कर लूंगा, don't worry. You give this confidence, right? So that is the belief system. Okay, so these are the things that we'll keep in mind when we are creating our elevator pitch. Okay, now any question if you have? So how to so you can say that hi, my name is Kaushal. I belong to Pune. I come from a family of 4. My father is so and so, or my brother is this and this. I always get inspired, or I have always got motivated, or I always believe in what Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam had said, that dreams are not that you see during your sleep, something like whatever is there. Just bring it there in the first introduction itself. After that, you will move to your body, that is message, and there you will talk about your graduation, your reason for doing this course.
How to blend that vision statement with the education part, because that would be like I told the vision statement of my idol, where I am following, and later on I am directly shifting on the how to blend that.
So see, basically, the first part is that you are giving more of your personal information, maybe more of your facts about your genetics, about coming from the family or the origin and this and that. The second thing that we are going to talk is more about of the value to that other person. So you have set up the context, and now you are talking about your qualification, because that is what matters most to that person, right? But since things are not in isolation, what kind of thought process you have is equally important for me. So maybe why we want to add that vision statement is that it will somewhere give an idea about your thought process. Okay, so it is about creating that impact. So, and then you come back, I mean, you come to your this education, like again in the education, discuss about your graduation and post graduation, not 10th, 12th and all. Until unless you have been a board topper, or maybe you have been facilitated by Maharashtra's government for certain achievements, don't mention. आप स्कूल टॉपर थे, आपके जैसे 1 लाख स्कूल होंगे महाराष्ट्र, तो 1 लाख टॉपर्स थे, right? But if you have been maybe state topper, talk about that. If you have been the part of that merit list, maybe every state releases a merit list of 20 students, and also if you have been part of that, that you can always mention, because it's a very big achievement. But then rest of the things you can avoid. You talk more about why SIBOP, why investment banking, from where you got this inspiration. So maybe like when you start saying, and I had my friend Rushikesh, who happens to be my roommate during my college days, and you know, like he was always into this finance and all, and slowly and gradually I also got motivated, and I really started enjoying this. And when I started to do work in the area of investment banking, I really wanted to be well prepared, come with the expertise. So the idea was to look for a place from where I can learn all these skills, and hence in that process I came to know about Ematicus, and there I had this one certification program called as Certificate in Investment Banking and Operations, and there I got an opportunity to learn about risk management, asset management, derivatives, the skills part. Okay, I look forward to utilize these skills for the betterment of your organization as well as for my career. I want to see myself there. See, so persuasive has more to do with the kind of words that you are using, the quality of word. So maybe, for example, you say that I really felt good about this course, or maybe when you were saying it was really an amazing experience. So that is one difference, that good and amazing. The second thing is about your facial expression, right? The way your face is behaving, the way your words are coming. Maybe certain words, like for example, when you say that, you know, and you know, sir, like I always had this an opportunity to go back and do this, but then I thought of taking altogether a different stream. So in spite of like my father, who happens to be an engineer, my mother, who happens to be an engineer, my brother, who happens to be an engineer, is settled in USA, I chose altogether a different path, and I decided to take admission in commerce, not an engineering college. So that expression, because you have done really something out of the way as far as your family culture is concerned, and we really have certain students with us in that way, right? So maybe you can also say, like, sir, my father is an engineer, my mother is also an engineer, my brother engineer, he is in USA, and I wanted to do this commerce, so I decided to do. That is another way of saying. So when I am saying the first way was more persuasive, it was convincing, right? That the kind of belief and faith I have in this course. So that is what you have to bring in. Okay. Any question from anybody? Any question from anybody?
Oh, yes, sir.
Sonali, just for a second. Yeah, please.
Okay.
What? Suppose.
What if the employer doesn't believe in my belief? And I believe in this.
Okay. So when you are going in the interview, or maybe, okay, so anywhere where you have an opportunity to get some benefit, either in terms of job, in terms of any other thing, in terms of any certificate or anything, you will say something which you believe, I mean, like you believe that this is not going to convince him, or you are going to say something which you believe that this is going to convince him. So in the interview, we have to talk as per the need of the interviewer. So you have to look for something which is convincing enough. Yeah. You have to look for something which is convincing enough. It means you have not done a proper homework. College, first day, crush, fab, कन्विंस कर लिया था आपने ना, बस वैसे ही आपको इंटरव्यू को कन्विंस कर. Okay, Sonali, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. What comes in third point in a conclusion part?
So conclusion part is that where you are going to start your conclusion with the belief system, that how confident you are in going, I mean, in implementing these skills that you have learned, and what is the road ahead. Okay, so maybe when you are saying that, so like, sir, you know, like completing my certification with T1 or maybe 95%, getting my degree with 82% from Savitribai Phule University, I believe that given an opportunity, I will be able to perform in the same manner under your able guidance, and I also look forward to lead a team in the next 3 to 4 years of time. So maybe the way you have performed in your graduation in the CBOP certification, that gives a belief, no? So somebody who will go through your resume and he sees that you are someone who has scored, what is your percentage in 10th? 10th, 12th, graduation, and maybe even if at CBOP you are somewhere around 80 or 75. So it means there is a consistency, right? So it will give me that. So this is the belief that you are going to, you know, through these mechanisms, through these achievements, you are going to convince me that as I have been a consistent student. So I believe based on my this, I am going to do this. Okay, guys, please have a cup of coffee, tea, or something else as per your choice. Take a deep thought and think, what is that best you have in you? What is that I should be talking? This elevator pitch has to come from your within, from deep within. Just please, in your life, your elevator pitch should always be the best answer. Okay, so spend some quality time. Spend some quality time. There is many of you will not be aware of, but you know, we have one ad agency in the world which is #1, is called as Oligvi Mathur. Okay, Oligvi, and this Prashun Pandey is an Indian who is the head for that particular company as of now. वो मूछो वाला. In India में जितने भी आपके best ads हैं, वो that comes from Oligvi only. So the person whose name was Oligvi, the first hit ad or the viral ad was about Rolls Royce. Okay, and in that particular ad, he says, and he has written this, that the only sound, no, so at the speed of 300 or something 130 mile per hour, the only noise you get to hear from Rolls-Royce is that electric clock. And if you can just go through and try to do some research about this through Google, and you will come to know, like the way today we say viral ho gaya, it was viral at that point of time. And this particular ad got him the recognition and that acknowledgement to the world. So during the interview, when he was asked that, sir, how you were able to get these words? And trust me, there were only 15 words in that one sentence. And he said that I have written more than 5,000 sentences or phrase like this, but this I found it to be the best, and hence I propose this to the Rolls. What is the message I want to give you? That no hard work, Baba.
5,000 cents.
What I'm trying to tell you is that spend time, write at least 10 times about yourself, see the best one out of those 10, maybe mix of 5th one and 7th one, maybe the mix of all the 10 one, and then come with the best. So what I'm trying to tell you is that spend that time with yourself. Okay, do I need to emphasize it again? Clear? We are on the same page. Okay, any questions from anybody? Any question? So maybe Aditi, we have not heard anything from you. Shubham, thank you for your participation. Tanu, we have not heard anything from you. Aishwarya, we have not heard anything from you. Prateek, we have not heard anything from you. Anupam, thank you for your question. Priyanka, you said something, but there was a network issue. Sonali, thank you for your participation. Sanket, we have not heard anything from you. So please, I'm sorry if I'm taking your names, but then see, neither I have to do to please you, neither I have to do something to please me. I have to do something which will please the company. If in that process, if you are okay with me, then it's fine. We'll have a good bonding. But if you want me to say something which you like, I'm sorry. I will say only those things which industry will like. Right, okay? कल आप मेरे को दोष मत देना, मेरे को क्वेश्चन मत करना, सर आप अच्छी बातें नहीं बोलते. Okay, but I know this, having placed more than 182 students in a span of 6 months, I know that I will be speaking everything for your goodness. Maybe you will realize this today, or maybe you will realize this after completion of this course. But I am one thing sure, that you will come and say thank you to me. This is I'm dead sure. वो जब आपको कोई बैड एक्सपीरियंस हो सकता है, तब आके बोलोगे, यार अभी रियलाइज होगा तो आप अभी. Okay, so let us work on that parameter. We don't have to please each other. We have to work for the betterment, for yourself, and everything that will take you to the job, that will take you to that IB form. Okay, so that should be the benchmark for both of us. Okay, so any question from anybody? So Aishwarya, please fix your audio issues so that next time at least you can participate. So the next lecture is tomorrow. I want each one of you to spend some good time. Curate your elevator pitch. Tomorrow we will be starting with your introduction speech. Okay, tomorrow we have class, right? So tomorrow we'll start with an introduction speech. Is that okay? And to all my online friends, I'm really sorry for starting late because of this technical issues. But like we do not have control, so I'm really sorry for this. But trust me, I was equally excited. I was here well before the time, but somehow we could not start in that way, the way we wanted it. So we'll compensate for this in coming classes. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
No
sir.
worries.
Great. Anything you want to say?
All good, sir.
Anybody? All good? Okay. So maybe Sanket, any feedback, any suggestions?
No, sir.
No, sir means what? No good, no feedback or what?
कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है मुझे.
अच्छा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. ओके ओके. Pratik?
No problem, sir.
Okay. Shubham?
So there was no issue. It was all good.
All good? Okay. Chalo. Fantastic. Take care and wish you all the best. See you tomorrow with your introduction speech. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Anything that you want to say or all good? Guys, I'm not selling ice cream. Sir, all the flavors are good. I'm really confused which flavor is. You should have some opinion. Like sir, this was the thing that was like more better, or this was better. Maybe this was like, I will also walk to see how is this. That was fantastic. That was something like this. Right? We have to interact. Why I'm saying this? Because this will give me an opportunity to understand you. So maybe because, as I have said in the beginning, that I always believe in one thing, that I believe in personalized learning. So maybe her requirement is entirely different than what. So until unless you will not convey yourself, how I will understand? Right? So please keep this in mind. Maintain the same energy, same tempo for the next 3.5 months. And I'm sure that you all will be able to achieve everything that you want in your life. Okay? So thank you. Take care. Wish you all the best. See you tomorrow. I want to see the best speech tomorrow. Okay? Just for your information, every activity that we will be doing, for that you have to come. Okay? So that is a very basic rule that we follow. Okay? So you have to come here. Online students, I have already said that they have to put their camera on. Okay? And guys, please fix your audio video issues. Okay? Today I cannot say this because I myself was guilty for that. But then let us have a proper audio and video system. Thank you. Take care and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.